What is up, guys? Welcome. We are on camera as well as iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, all the above. You guys know how we do. Welcome to another show. This is episode 2 of the Hard Knockers Podcast, Season 3, guys. And I can't believe January 9th, when Steve brought it to my attention, a.k.a. Shaggy. January 9th was the first time that we did our first Hard Knockers Podcast. So we've been doing this for a year so far, which is awesome. Shirts came in today, so we're going to be selling those hopefully by next week. So if you'd like to get a shirt, let us know. If you'd like to support us, it'd be awesome to have you guys do that. So we have 2 new segments that are going to be coming up on the Hard Knockers Podcast tonight. We have Shaggy, who's going to be doing entertainment, and you know the one and only Big Scola, who's going to be doing the sports segment. I put my picks in today, so I definitely want to discuss that with him later tonight. Alright guys, so let's get down to the nitty gritty on what we're going to talk about. So first, I want to play a clip for you guys before we go into this particular show tonight. We're going to play the clip of Brian Flores, what he was talking to. He was talking to NFL Network about this whole situation with the racism. He's claiming that there was racism on the teams he was playing, that they were telling him to throw some of the games so that way they can get better picks. But we're going to get into that discussion in a little bit. But first of all, let's play this clip, and then we're going to get down to the nitty gritty on everything that's going on tonight.
I should have got a 4X, man.
He said it. Big Skull said it. So first of all, how are you guys doing before I play the clip? How are you guys doing tonight? I know it's been a long day for all of us, so how you guys doing?
I'm happy it's the weekend. We had a birthday that passed last week. We all went out and had drinks.
Your birthday? You got fucked up?
Super fucking hungover that next day. Man, I was throwing up stomach bowel. It was that fucking bad. It was bad, dude. But yeah, that's how I feel better.
You feel better now?
Yeah, it's been a week.
Hey, I wasn't the one that got you fucked up this time.
Red stag. That's all I gotta say.
Alright, guys. So, for Stella Artois, me and Big Scola drink this all the time.
All the time.
Guys, come on, help us out. Give us a little bit of a sponsorship. We've been drinking this for a while. It's been a while. Like, I think we've been switching back and forth with different drinks and stuff. So it's been.
I just been strictly this. Real shit. I ain't buy shit else. Normally, because I buy like 2 different 6-packs. You know what I'm saying? I probably get like some Sam Adams, this or a Heineken. Now it's just 12 packs of this shit. So, yeah, man. Put us on, yo.
Yes, sir.
Man, I used to love, like, summer nights, cold Heineken in a bottle, not a can.
Yeah, it don't taste good warm.
Ah, man. It was so refreshing, man.
All right, so let's go into this quick clip, and then we'll get right to the discussion.
Let's be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race.
But it's about white supremacy. It's
Well, but it's not about
ideal race.
But these are 2 white groups of people.
Well, they were after black
But
people
you see them as white
And they were
But
after
you're missing the
homosexuals.
point. You're missing the point.
Yeah.
The minute you turn it into race, it goes down this alley. Let's talk about it for what it is. It's how people treat each other.
Okay, so I
Is he talking about whoopi-goldberg now?
Yes. Yeah. I screwed up on the video clip. So we'll get into the Whoopi-Goldberg thing first. But that's how we do on the Hard Knockers. Sometimes there's mistakes, sometimes there's not. But I'll edit it out later, whatever.
Keeps it honest.
True. All right, so the situation with Whoopi Goldberg. So a lot of you that don't know, she made a statement on The View this past week talking about the whole... the Holocaust, that said it wasn't about race, it was about the men, pretty much per se. So, what are you guys' thoughts on Whoopi talking about how the Holocaust wasn't about race?
Well, I have to disagree with it a lot, because I mean, when it comes to the Holocaust, there was groups of different people when it comes to the religion. Black people were hated by Hitler and by the SS. Even sexual preferences like homosexuals, lesbians, whatnot. When you teach your body of government how to operate, how to identify Jews by the length of their nose, the width of it, what kind of facial hair they have. I think that does become about a certain race, ethnicity type of thing. So I do think that plays under race. So I have to disagree with her on that. And on top of that, I can't imagine, I didn't do the study on this, but I can't imagine how many people had big schnozzers that were mistaken, because you got to think, this is back before the internet.
Yeah.
You couldn't, you had to literally go to someone's church and look for their name. Where are you from? I'm going to that neighborhood church, that local church, looking you up, see if you're in there. If you're not, you're a Jew. Think about how many people who had big noses that were mistaken for Jews that probably went into that gas chamber.
Yeah.
All because of the way they looked. I mean, they even had a diagram of somebody, they got taken off the street, pretty much show me your papers. They would pull out this little, what's that little triangle thing they use to measure stuff? What is that? You know what I'm talking about, right? It looks like a ruler, but it's in the shape of a triangle.
Projector.
Something like that, yeah. But they would put it on their nose right here, and if it reached a certain length by what they have in their book, they'd be like, okay, we got to pull this guy in for more questioning. So that does become about race.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Big Scola? What do you think about that? Especially from somebody coming from somebody like Whoopi-Goldberg, who pretty much has pushed this whole narrative about people being canceled and all this bullshit.
And technically has a fucking Jewish last name, so confused by the comments. I didn't even know she said this shit. For real, I'm looking at this shit now, when you when you say the Holocaust was not about racism, that might be the dumbest shit that I've heard in a while now. I mean, the Holocaust is associated with probably, after the KKK, I say, is the most racist motherfucker in the history of this world, he literally was going into people's houses, snatching them the fuck up just to throw them in a fucking concentration camp. That's what that shit was called, right? Mm-hmm. And just basically burning these motherfuckers alive, Whoopi say a lot of dumb shit, you know what I mean? I don't know if, she said this shit. Well, maybe she said it for what the fuck's going on right now, just to get a reaction. I don't know, but
she got suspended for
I see ABC suspended her, right? But you can't say shit like that, You cannot say nothing like the Holocaust was not about racism. You know how many Jews probably got offended by that shit? You know what I'm saying? It's a lady, Anne Frank, probably one of the, outside of Hitler, probably the other most associated person with the Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? She sat there and watched her fucking family get killed, snatched up, whatever, and taken to, as Steve called it, the gas chambers. You know what I mean? This is just the dumbest thing ever,
On top of it, she wrote a fucking book about it.
Right. She had a whole diary, all that shit. So, Whoopi's an idiot. Always been one, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, maybe she wanted this type of reaction or something, but if I was ABC, I wouldn't even bring her ass back for real, man. What's the point? I'm pretty sure whoever owns ABC is fucking Jewish, so.
Probably.
Disney.
Really?
Disney.
Yeah, they do own ABC. Shit. They do, yeah.
Yeah, Disney they're not gonna put up with that.
Fuck no.
So she about to get fired then.
She said she would, and I was reading today that she was saying that she was threatening to quit. And everybody on Facebook's please, by all means, quit.
Do you remember have you ever watched the episode of Family Guy when Peter and Quagmire were on that cooking show and they tried to get out of it and they didn't know how to get out of it because they were under contract? I think that's how it went. And they said, how are we going to do that? We're going to say the one word we can never go back on. What's the word?
Nigga.
Yeah. But he was 1, 2, 3. He was you could have just quit the show. That's what they said. I don't think they could, though.
It's being jury.
Maybe she did that. Maybe there were some contract talks, and she wanted out of it. Maybe she was tired of it. What is she put? She's 70, right? She's up there in age.
I know she walks with a walker, they say.
Oh, hold up. I'm looking at her shit now.
She's 70, I think.
Hold up, because I'm looking at her shit now.
Or late 60s, at least.
You know what
she's 60. She's 66.
66.
Wow, really?
I mean, 67. I'm sorry.
You
No,
know what
right.
her
She's
real name is,
66.
right? It's Karen.
It's Karen
Elaine
Elaine Johnson.
Also known as CJ.
She looks like
Cunt ejaculated.
trying to think of that one soul singer, Tracy. She looks like Tracy Chapman's mom.
This bitch been married 3 fucking times, yo. Like,
She married Ted
Wait a minute,
Danson,
she's
too.
straight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She married
she-
Ted
I thought
Danson.
she was gay.
oh,
Would you fuck Whoopi Goldberg for $1
Hell
million?
no. It's because you saw The Color Purple and she made out with that chick in that movie. That's why.
I've only seen The Color Purple once. Would you fuck her for $1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's $1 million.
Swallow
Tax
the
free?
baby.
Tax free or before tax?
Even if it was blue.
For $1 million, yeah.
Like, there's medicine these days that'll take care of
Man,
that
get rid of it.
So, with the whole cancel portion of this, now, I guess she's getting a taste for her own medicine because, I mean, all The View talks about is just pretty much about how people are the left, all this stuff. I don't want to get into politics. How everybody needs to be canceled because they said this, they said that, but it's nice for her getting a dose of what she dissed them.
Oh, all of them. Even that McCann woman, who I can't stand either. That's John McCain's daughter. I don't like any of them, man. You know,
Who's the redhead? Joey
Baird.
I
I
cannot
think.
stand her either.
You know what? They had their whole fucking show. The whole show's premise is about destroying other people, whether they're on their beliefs, their looks, such and such. And it brings me such great joy to wake up one day and see that they're being eaten alive by their own fucking people, by their own audience. Because, you know, for her to make that comment, like I said, that meant that she developed this kind of they can't touch me now kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Joy, remember when Joy Baird, man, was like sitting there making fun of like Donald, you know, not getting into politics.
Yeah.
But she got caught with blackface.
Oh, that's right.
Remember
You're right.
that?
You're
Yeah,
absolutely right.
man. Like, the fuck?
It's like they can do all this stuff, get away with it, and then when it comes down to it, then it's, oh shit, it's a shocker that they said something wrong.
Oh my god. Bunch of old, raggedy bitches.
Dude, I think our world right now, we've talked about this before, our world has become a bunch of pussies. They've become a bunch of entitled children who think that they can get away with everything, like when it comes to getting spanked, when it comes to, like, as soon as you spank your kid these days, it's like, oh shit, you're getting locked up, or you're getting your kid taken away. But then, back when we were growing up, our parents took whatever they had in front of them, and you got your ass whooped. Because I know I did. So, the generation from back then to today, a lot of the generation back then, like us, Nick Scola, Shaggy, like, we were raised differently.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I can't believe that because we can sit here and say like, oh, we were raised differently, this, that, and this. These women were that generation dishing out that punishment.
You know what? I apologize.
And,
You're right.
and they're sitting
You're right.
there acting like this. Like, I'm sorry. I'm done with like, this generation does this generation does that. Right now I'm just looking at individuality. If you were, I've seen people who were born in 1998 who are more mature than somebody that's 65 years old.
Damn.
Case in point. Right now. I work with somebody who is 23 years old. Old soul. He's an old soul. But there's another guy at 65 who is just, it's like the personalities were switched.
Damn.
It's like a fucking child.
Do you think you think there's ever going to be a change? Like the way, I mean, how did we, for real though, how did we go from getting mad about everything, like, what is it, the movie Blazing Saddles? Was it Blazing
Saddles?
Like,
That's a good movie.
It's very good. It's
Very
funny
funny.
as hell.
Yeah.
But you would not be able to make a movie like that in this generation.
You're gonna start seeing as we get older, it's just gonna continually get worse. To where, like, let's say there's a movie, I don't know, let's say Peacemaker. Didn't say Peacekeeper this time.
Yeah, good job.
Peacemaker. There's a scene in there when John Cena is just banging that chick, doggy style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Flash forward 15 years from now, do you think possibly we will look back and be like, man, they can't show that on TV anymore?
Big possibility. At the rate we're going now, that's a big
You
possibility.
can see a difference in entertainment and like look at the comedy from before 2010, after 1998, right in that area.
Even Family Guy's kind of
Family Guy,
come down a
Simpsons.
little bit.
But just take a look at Judd Apatow. Take a look at Todd Phillips. The guy that did Hangover, who did Road Trip. I mean, Todd Phillips is on record saying, he was being asked, why don't you make comedy films anymore? He goes, fucking kidding me? I get eaten alive.
Even comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Comedians have started. I mean, there's a good like Bill Burr. He's
I love
the
Bill
same
Burr,
thing.
man. I love Bill Burr.
But there's a lot of comedians that don't want to be canceled. They don't want to be put in that spotlight for that to happen.
Thank God for Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah. See, Dave Chappelle don't care. Dave Chappelle did something that a lot of comedians would never do. Like a lot of the shit he did, and he got away with. You heard controversy about it for a month or two, and then it was like now you haven't. There was a big stink about him, the comments he made on his last special. Now you don't hear nothing.
No, because it's not relevant.
People know that it doesn't bother him.
It's
He doesn't
not-
give a shit.
It's not relevant. Because they weren't actually out there protesting. They weren't actually out there protesting him. They were actually out there protesting the company for having him.
Yeah.
And it's like, we pay you guys maybe $40,000 a year to work here, and we just dished out like a whole bunch of contracts worth like $100 million. You know, 42,000, $100 million. If you want to go. There's plenty of people that will want to work here. Fuck, man. You know, all right.
That's just like what's his name, Neil Young or Neil.
Oh, that was
whatever.
funny.
Dude, they took him. They took all his music off of Spotify.
He was like, it's either going to be me or Joe Rogan.
They're like, well, we're paying Joe Rogan like millions and millions of dollars. So
Spotify, dude, he actually left California, moved to Texas, I believe, somewhere in Texas. Got that contract worth a lot of money. And it's a good show too.
Oh yeah, it is.
You know, and people seem to forget it's his opinion.
Yeah.
He's not saying it's a fact. He's at least bringing awareness to a subject from different point of views. He's not there shouldn't have to be a disclaimer in the beginning of his show. We are adults. We should know, okay, well, he's got this doctor who's given his opinion. Only people who try to censor other shit are afraid of the masses finally finding out what's going on.
Yeah.
You only want one trickle of information. You don't want a bunch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my thought on that.
And he even said that the show it's him being open-minded to other people on what they're talking about in discussions. You can't learn anything if you don't have open discussions. Because if you stay on this one path where you're like, oh, I'm just going to talk about this the whole time, and then everybody's just like robots, just walking like everybody is now, and you have that select few that are like, you know what? I'm not even going to fucking deal with it. I'm going to fucking take my own opinion, take it for what it's worth, do my own research, and keep going.
You know what's funny? Speaking of that Joe Rogan stuff again, who would have thought something that we used to do as a society back then in bars, school, home, a restaurant, whatever. Who would have thought it would take a man to get paid millions of dollars just for having a discussion? Something that we all have grown up doing. But because it doesn't happen anymore, this guy goes, you know what? I'm bringing it back. I'm going to have a podcast with camera feed, everything. That's what I'm going to do. And people flock to it because maybe he gets people to watch because they can't have friends or co-workers or acquaintances that want to do that.
Yeah.
So they live through him to get that out.
To express what they
Exactly.
want. That's true. What about you, Big Skull? What you think about that, brother? I don't know if you heard about the whole Joe Rogan Spotify situation.
I didn't.
Well, so apparently he had a doctor on there, and they made some comment about one of the guys at work actually came up to me and said something. Of course, he watched CNN. They had a little clip on there. He was basically saying, what was it about? It was something about black people. It was like, he was like, there's not black people, there's not white people. Because you call black people black, but a lot of people are not black. They're different color, they're brown, whatever. He's like, I've never actually met a legit black person. That threw everybody overboard. They're like, well, he's racist, all this stuff, because he's saying that black people aren't black and all this stuff. No, he made the comment that black people, he's never met an actual legit black person that is as dark as this. You're not even that dark.
I'm black, though, man. All he gotta do is just come holler, man. He can meet a black person, I guess. Man,
How are they stolen?
man, I don't even see no offense in the comment, yo. It was just probably how he felt. You know what I'm saying? That's how he felt. He has a right to feel that way. I don't take that shit as racism. Maybe he actually never met, a black person. Or whatever. I mean, you can't even interpret what the fuck he meant for real. Maybe he just feel like, if he met a certain black person that, oh, well, maybe you're not black. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he just felt like how the culture is that, oh, no, you're not black. Like, the fuck, yo? People get offended off of any fucking thing.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you ain't gonna offend me too much, yo. My skin thick as shit. So, only way I can take you as being racist if you just drop the N-bomb in my fucking face. Other than that shit, though, man, people can say whatever the fuck they want to say about black people, yo. They can say whatever the fuck they want to say about me, I'm not going to get offended. That's what's wrong with today's world, yo. Everybody gets fucking offended, yo, over any little fucking thing, yo, said about certain race, said about certain person, yo. It's just, cancel that motherfucker. You shouldn't have said this. Like, this world just got totally soft just like that, yo. Like, we done went from hanging motherfuckers, burning motherfuckers up, whatever. We done went from that people actually fucking crying now about shit, yo. Like,
Yeah.
It is what it is, yo. I mean, this world got way too soft, yo. And do I blame the new generation? Maybe I'll put a little sprinkle into that blame, but this shit is getting out of hand, yo. It's like you gotta watch every time what you say, or else, yo, motherfuckers gonna start bitching. Like, this shit whack, yo.
It just keeps going on and on and on. All right, guys. So this time I want to make sure I have it right. So we are going to go on into another discussion later on tonight. But right now we are going to get into the new segment from Shaggy. We'll be right back, guys. All right, for all of you guys on iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, make sure you go on the web at the Hard Knockers Podcast. And what am I doing right now? I'm tired. There's a couple things I want to do. You don't understand. All right. Anyways, all right, guys. So here on iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, all the above, you guys will not hear any of what I'm saying right now because it'll be edited out. So fuck you.